The Boy in the Chair Part 1. The Mercury Pool. Sam hated cold mornings. He hated he couldn't sleep as well as he used to. Sometimes he thought he had a secret tearing him up on the inside, that he had hidden deeply from himself. Coffee seemed to have the same effect as water now. His once few cup habit had turned into a 2-pot a day. Thank you, ma'am. Morning after morning he would sit in front of his iMac and stare at the bright white screen of Microsoft Word. Sometimes he would smile thinking this was the ultimate middle finger to Apple from that dinosaur Bill Gates. At the beginning that's all he wanted to do, was build software for Apple, that is for a price, and 100 years later the Silicon Valley genie grants them the billion-dollar wish. He then would take the time and wonder when his ship would come in. After all, he was a simple guy with 1,000 ideas. But dreams and drugs would haunt Sam, sending him further and farther down a hole without a rope. Bystanders would say he was on a road to self-harm, but the people that knew him best would tell them Sam gets like this, right before he pumps out a great book. Yes, Sam was a writer, but he used a pen name and didn't charge a dime. As his mother would say, the writing was for the mind and not the wallet. Sam wasn't a stupid guy, but he would have rather gotten rich off of an idea and not a story, even though he probably gave it all away to some cause he read about online. Save the children or feed the bees, you know, something like that. Sometimes when select friends would come over for tea, he would say, I am the boy in the chair of wires. They really didn't know what he was talking about, that is until they found a paper instead of him one afternoon. Along the top, typed neatly and double-spaced, was the title The Dream. In Sam's heart, he knew that he was old. He had walked on pebble beaches and seen God play the devil in an endless chess game. Little people dressed for the ages would dance and move across the board only to become forgotten memories in a box beside the players, the deciders of human life. But then there was the dream, the boy, maybe him or another child, that had grown over the years as each night, each dream he had looked deeply into his eyes. A stranger strapped to a metal chair on top a pool of mercury. The silver substance would move and twist with the life of lava, keeping the stranger at bay. Along with his head, tiny wires would jut from his head, snaking their way to computers from another time. Computers make sounds, but not like these, he would think to himself each night. Until just a few nights ago, everything, each dream had been the same dream he had had since he was a child, the night right after his father tossed him in the lake to teach him to swim. Today that would have been child abuse, but then at that time it was tough love. Swim or drown, he could hear his father's word echo in his head, swim or drown, and then he would think back to the boy in his dream, the silver wires that snaked out of his head and the large pool of liquid metal that looked and felt alive. We all live in a mercury pool, he would whisper to himself. He had said it so much, that he had even replaced the words yellow submarine with mercury pool and hum the song and hear the background music playing in his head. It's easy to become mentally disturbed when you have had the same dream over and over again for 30 years. This was the last thing his mother said to him, before taking her last breath. Not I love you, or see you on the other side, but one last chance to call her only son mentally disturbed. Sam didn't let death get in the way of his life, he just figured it was the world's way of getting rid of judgmental people. It has been 2 days since he took the boy's hand and helped him out of the chair. It has been 2 days since he dreamed. He was worried, he always dreamed of that place, and now it was gone. Gone like the summer's wind, the warm hope that kisses your face, and now winter's claws rest on your shoulders. See, he thought of the boy, as a friend. One that he would see each night, and now after he spoke for the first time in 25 years, asking the boy that was now a man for help, was gone. The dream drifter had found a way to escape his prison, and now Sam worried if he would be subject to punishment from his keepers. But things changed for Sam on this winter morning, that is when there was a knock at his door, and a man, maybe a postman. but dressed in a black suit, handed him a package. Sam thanked the man and closed his door. Sitting down in front of his computer, he used a pencil to tear the tape that held the box together. Inside, illuminated from the blank page from Microsoft Word, was a vial of silver liquid and a note from the boy in the chair. "The time has come to run, my friend, my constant friend who visited me night after night. You have given me a voice when I was mute. Now gather your things and join me here." On the next page was an address and a picture of an old house, that looked warm and inviting. So Sam began his walk, a journey to a place and to see a person, that couldn't be real by the diffusions of this reality. He gathered his things and left a note, for the people that might come looking for him. It read, "I'm going to see the boy in the chair.